my God. Dude, that is too sick.
Alright, you guys have probably seen this car before, I would hope.
Hopefully you've seen this face before, but you've definitely seen that car before.
This car, I would credit to being the reason I have a YouTube channel. Because I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I have a Twitter message about asking if I could win your Bondurant racing school thing if I didn't have a driver's license.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, when you had like 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That was before I could drive, but that was the first time I realized, like, the video of you pulling it out of the garage, like, here's my new car. I was like, this is just a normal person.
You were one of 5,000 people that saw that video.
Really?
That was, I thought for sure, when I made that first video of this car, I'm like, oh my God, I could actually make a YouTube channel. This would be exciting. I unveiled it because I had like maybe 10, 15 RX-7 videos. I unveiled that video of the car sliding out of the garage.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, it needs to be a Rotary. And I was like, okay. And I stopped. I literally stopped making YouTube videos right after that. You watch it? I was like, okay, never mind. It's so funny that you're one of the few people to watch that.
And that was the thing. I was like, and then watching your other videos, I was like, this is just some normal dude with a camera. I was like, that was the first time I was like, normal people can make YouTube videos. Normal people can buy Lamborghinis. Yeah. I was just like blown away that this was possible. So this car has been the back of my mind for a long ass time.
That is too awesome. That is really, really cool. Because that's what I was trying to show people. It was kind of weird for me to experience, was that a guy, an asshat, could buy a car like that. Because there wasn't like, now we got the YouTuber trend of like, oh, I bought a Lamborghini. I almost kind of got first dibs on that whole video series, and I apologize for creating that. but my intention was simply that, this is that you could do it. That's so neat that's literally what affected you.
Yeah, and actually, also a long time ago, my brother built a 6.0 VT model, and I requested that he paint it yellow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I could send you a picture and like maybe get a like on Twitter or something.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny, that if that's your first engagement or interaction with me, I talked to you quite a few times, and then saw it, and saw the video of you bragging about your.
Oh yeah, the car throttle video.
The car throttle video. It credited you. It didn't link to you. It credited you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know that name from somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I was like, I actually went backwards. I was like, okay, I've talked to a guy with that name, and on Facebook or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, that's that guy.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I actually went on my way to figure out who you were because I saw your video, and that was classic. That was a classic video.
Dude, that is another opportunity I missed to cash out on, because everyone's like, do it again. And I was like, this is fucking dumb. That video existed because I didn't have another video, but I was trying to consistently post twice a week. So I was like, I have this stupid ass Accord that sounds like ass. What am I gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna just throw the camera up on the windshield and say some dumb shit.
Of course, that's the one.
And 32 million views later. I was like, okay, perfect.
Oh my God.
So everyone's like, do it again. And then I was like, fine, when I bought my Fiesta ST. So I was like, yeah, Honda kid, I don't know, drives the first turbo car. So I slapped that together and no one watches it. I was like, yeah, I missed the boat on that one. It's whatever.
It hurts because it's the same thing. We'll like put all these like organized videos together and like, oh man, put my heart and soul into it. 30,000 views.
Yeah.
Shit out a video and like rush it.
Yeah.
And it goes viral and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's insanely unpredictable. And that's why every time people are like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I got a Skyline. I'm doing this. People are going to watch. I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. People are like, what can I do to make my channel successful? And I'm like, I don't know.
Get lucky. Yeah.
I don't know. All I can say is that you're higher chance just by throwing more shit out there consistently. There's a chance.
That's like one of the. I have a video that has like 500,000 views. It's literally, again, I didn't have a video, so I was like, well, here's how I've bought all these cars so cheap. Just me talking to the camera in my garage for 10 minutes and 500,000 views. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
I know.
But me shredding a 400 horsepower Pro-Am car, one-handed with a camera in my hand, gets like 1,500 views. I was like, yeah, okay.
It's so weird. I was a little bummed out. Our first video on the Corvette, and this shows you like core audience stuff. My first video on saying, hey, we have a salvaged Corvette, actually kind of tanked because I forgot that our core audience dictates the videos going to the bigger audience.
Right.
And so they were like, nah, I'm not about the
Not
Corvette.
down with it.
And then other people are doing the exact same stuff and getting millions of views, like Cletus and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I support and respect that, but I was like, wow, your core audience can also like prevent you from having good videos go big. But then the moment I mentioned that it's going to Rotary, this is the one. This is probably, I hope, otherwise this is like a $500,000 really bad bet. is that this is the one that's going to make the channel get over 1 million views or 1 million subs. Obviously, you know what's crazy? When I first started, you would have been there. When I first started the idea for this car, 60,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm over 500,000, and I still haven't got the damn car running. It's just kind of funny to think of it that way. That, I mean,
well, and it was funny too because I was the exact opposite of your core audience, respectively, because that was what I was excited about. And I was like, cool, another RX-7 video. I don't know. It's like 3 rotor. Yeah, that thing's pretty sick, I guess. But I don't. And then I was like, 4 rotor. Okay, I can kind of get down with this. And that's when you started selling the Dahm shirts initially. And I was like, all right, this could be interesting. And then it just kept getting even more insane. And then here we are. This was the 2 rotor car, right?
The Montego Blue 2 rotor. And it did not do that car justice. Because I had that car since I was 18, 19.
Really?
Yeah, and I filmed maybe 3 videos on it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna film a farewell video. I filmed half of it, the audio was trash. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I never got to film like big videos about the car.
It had the pop-up delete, didn't it? Oh yeah. I hated that.
Yeah, I hated it too. I was like, those should be sick. I was wrong that time.
I remember you posted a video, like a super short video, asking what people thought of it. Yeah. And someone was like, "That's not too ricey." I was like, I don't know.
That was bad advice. Your rotor is really blows me away at being so damn consistently popular.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I mean, I love the car, but I don't get why this car. We make videos because I want to drive this car.
Right.
Not because it's a result of me playing with it, not because of it being like, oh, let's shit out content. I literally got this engine bay out in an hour and a half. And then we had a fiasco with the carpet being complete shit. But, it's like, this is just a fun car to work on. And like, oh, let's film that. But, I've made so many videos on this car. And so it's the Diablo that really started the channel, because it was the video after the one that you mentioned.
Yeah.
It was the one where I'll be honest, I roasted that Robert Himmler kid.
Oh yeah.
So I was so pissed that he was.
You want money? Buy my book.
Buy my ebook for $100.
Yeah.
And I mean he definitely saw the way or saw his mistakes before he passed.
Yeah.
He and I had some conversations way out. It was never about publicity, but I simply was pissed that he was using kids who are trying to do something with their lives. And so that's the video that really went nuts for the channel initially, and then the video on what it's like owning this car.
Right.
Those are my two, that's what took the channel to a totally different level.
And then that was when you posted the video that was like Lamborghinis and Adderall or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, what was he doing before this Lamborghini? Drug dealer. Got it.
Right.
This wiring looks terrifying.
Oh, I love it. It's funny is everybody looks at my wire harness, which that's 100% Rob Dahm right there.
Nice.
There's nobody else involved, and it is what it is. The wiring harness has never once has been the problem of our videos. This has been. This is what I bought the car with. Is this? That's the core of the wiring for the electrical system. Like, this is how you die. so you imagine in my mind, I'm like, okay, the car was this. Why should I do this? So I've always left it at the same level. But it's so entertaining. Now, we have had issues with this, and that's why I have 2 power cables running to the back, because the previous owner wired the power wrong. It worked for medium sensitivity equipment, but now with extra horsepower, extra everything, not so good.
See, where I'm at is my Volvo, I cut all the factory wiring out, pulled every fuse, and then there's 16 wires that run that car. I'm like, that's all I need. Oh, Mega Squirt, I got 2-step, I got power and I got headlights. Done.
Oh, that's nice. See, I keep lying to myself that I'm like, I want to keep all the car stuff. I'm like, I do. Now, to be fair, I love the pop-ups.
Yeah.
So I rewired them back in all by hand.
Hell yeah.
And so, it's something where I want this car to have the sunroof. I want it to have turn signals. I want it, but deep down, I'm like, I'm just wishing it would. I'm just wishing that I could just got all the whole security system and everything, just go straight to simple relays and be done.
There's definitely times where I'm just like, why am I even trying to make this work?
Yeah.
Just drive it on track. Never touch it again.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so this car is actually, it's funny to look at it even right now, like, okay, here's the car. But in my mind, I know this is like 4 hours from running. And
right.
The funniest part. Oh, don't worry about
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah. You probably fixed something. That 3-rotor runs. It runs perfect. Like we're under the assumption that the 3rd rotor hit the housing and just wedged the apex seals in.
Okay.
So we stopped it because the 3rd rotor lost compression, but it's consistent on all 3 sides, so it's not like one apex seal broke.
Right. I can't get over this, dude. I don't think people quite realize how much there isn't an RX-7 here anymore.
No, and for title purposes, I have to say RX-7 because that's the easiest way to identify it.
Right.
But it will not handle like an RX-7. It will not accelerate like an RX-7. It simply is a rotary in an RX-7 shell.
Yeah. Well, and that's the crazy part is, the Rob wears the 4-rotor meme. Like, just everything going into it. It's not just dumping a 4-rotor engine into an RX-7.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what people see it as.
It's such a bummer because the world sees like project cars as simple project cars. Like even the Corvette is purposely a 60-day project car.
Yeah.
I'm being a YouTuber making that car, even though it's still a sick concept.
Yeah.
This is not a project car for YouTube.
Right.
I simply am recording details about it because this is a passion project.
Yeah.
And as a result, I'm not going to rush certain aspects. I'm rushing 100% all the time with it, but it's still like, you know what? I don't like how this is connected to this. Maybe I can improve the way, I drew up these rear. So for example, these upper control arms.
Yeah.
I made all the suspension, and so by hand, that was all my design, and then I paid a company to cut it. This notch is, and then the similar one right here is designed to run 17-inch tires and then bringing them all the way into 13 inches wide. And not only that, but say the car hits a bump or gets air, you can't have this arm hit the tire.
Right.
So this is designed to make even wider, fatter rubber tires. And sure enough, I got a pair and simulated, got the car up in the air and then let the tire hang down. And it had like a quarter, maybe an eighth inch of clearance. It was perfect. It was exactly what I had designed, but I'd spent hours, countless hours, just designing that piece. And so, yeah, that's not YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's asinine to me. I can't even, because my dad is a CAD designer. That's what he does.
Oh, really?
And just watching like 20 minutes sitting there, because he works from home, I'll just watch and be like, fuck that.
Yep. Yeah, and it's funny because I didn't want to be the CAD designer for this car. I had to be.
It just happened.
Yeah, because the guys that built the unicorn got busy.
Yeah.
They literally sent me that. I'm sure you know this, but they literally sent me that one form of the geometry from the front, and then I'm like, oh shit! I'm making all these claims. I'm gonna have this car. I kind of have to step up. So the rear is nothing like the unicorn. The front, the suspension handles similar to it. So.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, every bit of the weight of this car, this is some of the stuff that's really exciting, is that all the weight is between the tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, exhaust. That'll be a titanium exhaust. The double fuel tanks. I forgot what the color fuchsia was, and so when some guy's like, hey, I got a spare hood, it's fuchsia, I'm like, alright. So he comes over and I'm like, oh shit, fuchsia's pink.
Dude, I've never noticed that before. Hard flex right there.
Yeah, well, it's really weird. If you notice all the rear suspension, they're all just normal pockets.
Yeah.
These were all normal pockets. The first CNC shop was like, oh dude, what's your logo? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Thought he was like etch it like in a cool unsuspecting spot. He changed my pocket design to have my own name on it. So some people are like, bro, that's straight up douche.
You're like, come on.
I didn't do it. Other people are like, oh my god, that's so awesome. Like, yeah.
I know, thanks.
The answer, because I do totally get the, like, such a tool move, but I'm like, I didn't do it, so I can like totally like bitch out and pretend I don't care. Like whatever.
But then when the credit is good, you're just like, well, yeah, thanks. You know, that's what I do sometimes. I'm a badass.
It came to me. The ugliest part of the engine bay right now, but the center of it all is somehow fitting a massive rear differential for M3 into the front of another car. Just to simply get power from the transmission to the rear wheels is all custom. That carbon fiber drive shaft company, they just tested the tubes that they're sending for that. 9,200 foot-pounds of torque capable.
Good God.
Yeah.
That should be
I
enough.
will not be doing that, but I also told them my requirement is that I will be dropping the clutch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Fair
I
enough.
want all 4 tires to roast. And I have 2,000 crank horsepower rotary. The joke being the rotaries don't make that sort of torque.
Right.
That's still a lot of torque to make 2,000 horsepower at whatever 8,000 RPM. So it's still there.
Yeah, it'll be enough, I'd say.
Yeah, it's gonna be when you say asinine, it's definitely gonna be violent. It is gonna be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like the 3 rotor is stupid. Like it already is a foolish car. This is I don't know.
Next level.
Yeah, I'm not nervous to drive it. I respect it, and I'm not saying I'm not terrified to drive it, but I am like terrified to drive it. You know,
Right.
Like there's that okay, I'm ready to jump in, but doing 250 miles an hour, I've done 200, but so in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, that's just a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. At 200, I was screaming my lungs out in the Diablo because 200 is the limit of that car.
Right.
And so, you know, I never thought about it until I did it. You can get to 180, 185 in that car, day in and day out. 200, that's the limit of the engine. And so I forget that at 190, 195, the whole car's shaking and
Waiting for it.
Yeah.
You're like, please, for the love of God, get there.
Yeah. I passed the car doing 200 miles an hour. Just one, it was 3 in the morning. They're doing 70 miles an hour. I'm doing 130 miles an hour more than them. So that's literally like just staying still and seeing a car go by at 130. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's
pretty nuts. All the suspension is designed, this is so mind-blowing to me, and I'm gonna have to tune it, the chassis with metal in places, is that the suspension is designed for a certain center of mass, height of center of mass. And so the rotor engine's so low, we adjusted it so when the car rolls, it stays above the roll center of the car, so the tires like the way it's all you know, all this bullshit. And so that is just going to take iterative development at a track of going around a turn and it feels like this, you know, like it's going to be great content, I hope.
Yeah.
But even greater to experience. But so straight line stuff first.
Yeah.
Which that falls in line, but I don't want to. You see pieces just tink, 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 tink.
It's a little sketchy too, because it's just like a public highway that they close down. You have a mile from a standing start,
Okay.
and then you have a mile to stop, and that's all you get.
So it's the speed at the end of the mile.
Yeah, and then they call it Phantom Hill, so the actual run up is downhill, but initially there's like a slight left curve
Oh my God.
that people are going into it like 180, 190 in all these cars, and it's just, you watch it, some of them get a little sketchy.
Yeah.
So if
I
you
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying, but it's a crazy cool event to be at.
That would be the dumbest car. Because if that did standing mile on asphalt, not on launching, that did 181 and a half mile, and I have plenty more to go.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
I think the record right now is Ben Chen in his
Really?
the Pure Blanc Veyron.
Yeah.
And I think it was 243 or something like that, which is nuts because it's a public roadway. And not only that, but occasionally they have to stop the cars because there's like deer running across the road. I'm like, if a deer gets knocked out at 230 miles an hour,
Vaporized.
that is not going to be good for either party.
A lot of people don't know this. They keep thinking that the car, if you read the base stats on a C5, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
C06 is 53-47.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm reducing the weight in the front. So I'm going to get it back to 50-50. So I'm so going to use that as a benefit of putting the rotary in there. But it's going to be too light in the front, so now I have to get weight in the rear. And so then I'm going to start lowering the weight of the car, so then I can make this a track monster, you know, like a autocross monster. And I want to go to, like I said, I can't get the crane high enough to get it into the dumpster. So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Just get a Volvo, dude. There you go. $200.
Jesus. That's just obnoxiously cheap. Jarrett has been saying he wanted to do an E30, but I think he's just trying to be basic ass clown.
Oh, you need to do an E30.
Well, speaking of YouTube content, I got a present for you. Let me go grab this real quick. So my little brother owns a 3D printing company, so I'm bringing you the gift of 4-rotor content.
Oh my god. Dude, that is too sick.
It's not, too accurate on, but yeah, you can turn it.
Holy shit.
It's like a puzzle. You can take it apart and everything. It's pretty rad.
This is the first time I'm working 4-rotor. Well, this is like the 2-rotor in the Corvette bay. Dude, that is so sick. So we gotta go this way.
Yeah, it's kind of selective. Clearances aren't super well engineered, I'd say.
Seals are working.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's modular. You can rip it apart and just decide how many rotors you want to have for the day.
That is too cool. Oh, so not accurate. The crankshaft angles are way off.
Yeah.
Throw
it right in the garbage. Fuck you.
Yeah. They're all at 90 degrees in the forward. Whatever.
Yeah, he 3D printed me a 2-rotor one, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to California. I was like, can you make a 4-rotor one in like 2 days? And he's like, god damn it, I guess.
Thank you so.
Yeah, of course.
Because I saw the other one that you guys made. You must have posted.
I posted a picture of it on Facebook.
Yeah, and I definitely saw it, but for some reason I didn't know that was you that had that.
Yeah.
I just saw the context. Sometimes you're just flying through social media. But I was like, that's sick. These housings are beefy enough. We could probably put a little miniature amount of fuel in. They could probably take
just give it a shot.
One ignition sequence. It's too cool.
What do you mean? You get to drive an Acura or Tegra, dude?
Yeah.
Got a kill switch?
Yeah,
Damn.
by default. This car is so temperamental, and I love it for that reason.
I was gonna say, is it gonna not work?
It occasionally does, but I drove it last night.
The Rob Dahm meme. Oh, good lord.
I love it so much.
I've been in 3 Lamborghinis before this, and I've never got to actually properly close a Lamborghini.
Oh my
door.
god. Okay, so your door, I hate to say it this way, that door is a little stiff, that strut. It's not going to give you the right experience. This one, you can see it's really easy, as it should be. That one, you're going to have to put a little bit of muscle into it. So don't be ashamed to close it hard.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that's a super intense request, but you can't really mess it up, thankfully. So.
All right, well.
Yep. Perfect.
So insane. It's mind-blowing to actually be in this very car right now.
In the car. That's so awesome.
The one that started it all.
And with YouTube videos that people are like, oh man, your projects are never running, or none of your cars run. This car is always, other than when it got hit, has always ran.
Yeah.
And so they also don't understand that the 3-rotor was running for a year, and I just wasn't doing content on it.
Right.
And then I go to do content, and it blows up, and they're like, oh my god, it never runs. I'm like, no, I'm pushing it because of YouTube, and I love doing that, but.
Oh my god. Gated shifters are such a great thing.
So much fun.
The click every shift, my god.
I mean, it's such a piece of magic, because if you take this plate off, you can shift it like a normal car.
Yeah.
But that is such a cool experience. It's like, obviously you're limiting yourself.
Right.
But, from first to second, it's like clink, clink, clink. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just the childhood dream of being able to do that, and just a feeling of precision of, like I have to shift this way. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's about to happen.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go.
Oh god. It's a little stiff, yeah. Maybe I'm just a bitch.
No, No, not at all.
Yeah, I was starting to believe California wasn't going to have any sun the whole time we were here.
There's a little bit. What a weird experience. This is Michigan. Like if you look at the map of Michigan on like Weather Channel, you'll notice that clouds start in like Chicago. They make it to like Rochester, New York, and they're like, that was fun. Let's go back. it just keeps overcast. So I'm like, I feel kind of home. That part not so much, a little too bright.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because it's been snowing in Idaho for some reason still.
Really?
Like 3 days before we left, there was literally half a foot of snow sitting on top of this car. So I was like, yeah, we're going to LA. And the snow all melted and it was just dumping rain for like the few days before we left. My roommate's like, wouldn't it be hilarious if it rained in LA while you were there? I was like, it never rains in LA. And I looked at the weather, I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, I knew that they looked the same as Z32 lights, but I didn't know that they were actually the same until you made the video about it.
So damn funny. I literally have to order this from Nissan.
Yeah.
And I was like, but really, should I just order it from Lamborghini just in case? Even though I knew in my heart that headlight was a Nissan part number, and you pull that carbon fiber piece off, it says Nissan, I still was like, but what if there's something different? When push came to shove, and I had to buy one because I wrecked the car, I'm like, but should I just order from Lamborghini just in case?
What's the price difference? Like $800?
Yeah, it's like, so whatever the one from Nissan was, but then the Lamborghini version of that headlight, which is the same part,
The exact same.
was like $850. It's ridiculous.
We actually saw a dude plant this disgustingly clean Z32 into the wall last night.
It broke my heart.
Yeah. All right, well, it was good to finally meet you.
Oh my god, dude, it's a pleasure. It's been too long.
Hanging out. Thanks for the ride.
Oh yeah.
Making dreams come true.
Definitely. I'm glad that I could do something that simple. I didn't have to rely on my personality.
Yeah, dude, we'll definitely have to not be strangers as much.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And-
well, when I get the 4-rotor running, you'll have to take a ride in that.
Oh, yep. Let me know. I'll be here.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, I guess that's probably gonna do it for this video. We got 9 hours of driving to do. So, the old road trip legend.